Welcome back guys to the channel. I'm Alfredo and today we are here with the one and only Real Madrid and England superstar, Jude Bellingham. Jude, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Absolute pleasure to have you with us today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
New club obviously means new teammates. Is there anyone in particular you've really been able to connect and bond with since you've joined?
I think it's difficult to pick out just one, you know, because we have such a young team. We're so kind of similar in age and interest that we do quite a lot of things together. You know, sometimes it'll be all as a group and sometimes individually. I think, you know, me, Camavinga, Vinicius, Tchouameni, Rodrigo, Militao, that kind of thing. We get on really well and we go out quite a lot and do things together, so that's really nice. But you know, you got the support from the older guys as well, Alaba, Rudiger, you know, Tony, Luca, obviously. So it's really nice to have that balance of kind of experience and that, like the youthfulness in the changing room. So yeah, it helps us a lot.
All you guys come from Brazil, France, England. How do you all communicate?
The mix of like Spanglish, weird French, Portuguese. There's a whole load of different languages there. I think we're just making up words at this point. So but it's funny. It's funny to watch them. Yeah, it's funny to watch them try and speak English.
With all these goals, I've got to ask about the celebration. How did it come about?
To be fair, I've always done it from when I was a kid, really, at Birmingham, playing in the academy. It was just something I did, just kind of stood still, stuck my arms out, and you know, I did it in the first team for one of my first couple of goals, and you know, it just felt quite natural, really. It feels like something that it's an easy way to interact with the fans. I know there's like memes about it now, and it's just such an easy way to kind of include people in the game, and I think it's something where, you know, people come to games hoping to see it, and I do feel that expectation sometimes, but it's really nice, and in the moment when I can score and I do it, and you know, it feels so good. It feels like you're kind of owning the moment, and you know, it's like a connection between yourself and the fans, so it's really nice.
But what has been your favourite moment of the Champions League this year?
From the Champions League.
So that can be something you've done,
yeah,
team's done.
I think just the idea of winning all 6 games, you know, because we've had so many injuries, we've had suspensions and things like that, and you know, it's like, you know, it sounds like an excuse sometimes when people say, oh, but it really does take its toll on the team. It's not, you've got to think it's not just the players that miss the games, it's the kind of extra weight it puts on those that are playing, because they're having to play more often and play right till the end. So the games are so difficult, you're not really sure what you're going to come up against, and then, you know, to kind of make it to the quarter-final so far, with all the injuries we've had, has been really impressive. So yeah, we've got to keep going.
I thought you were going to say the goal against Napoli.
Yeah, I think that if I had to pick one moment, it'd be that. But you know, it's always a better feeling winning for the team, you know what I mean? But I think, yeah, that's probably one of my best goals since I've been at Madrid, so
yeah. At that stadium, I think the man would have been looking down, very proud.
Smiling, I think.
That's what I was going to ask next. Is there any moments when you were growing up in the Champions League that really stick in your mind that you were watching?
To be fair, there's stuff every year, isn't there, really, where you kind of have those moments, like I said, you create those iconic moments as a kid. You know, you always kind of remember where you were when you was watching them. You could go through every year, really. I remember kind of, it always felt a bit more like closer to home when the English teams was doing it, just because, like, obviously that's where we were from watching it. So that was always nice to kind of see them go through and kind of compete in the later rounds. But yeah, I think there's been a load of kind of classic games. I think Madrid recently with the three-peat was probably the most impressive though. I think, you know, the amount of times that they've kind of gone down in games and came back, and Ronaldo seemed to come up big, and you know, I think there's a difference as well watching it as a fan and then getting to see how some of the players are. It makes you kind of appreciate more how much pressure is really on them and how they've done so well to handle it. So yeah, I think in recent years, I think that's obviously the most impressive thing.
Amazing. Jude,
brilliant.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.
So much. As always, if you enjoyed the video, like it, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. I've been Alfredo.
And I've been Jude Bellingham.
And we'll see you next time.